In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you could start a Pinterest account that generates as much as $5,000 per month. And all you really need is just AI like ChatGPT. We are going to go over the entire process. This is going to be the last video that you'll ever need to watch when it comes to learning how to get started with Pinterest, affiliate marketing, and using AI. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and so I can show you exactly what you need to do. The first thing that you need to do is you need to create a free Pinterest business account. Now, the reason why you want to create a business account is because you get access to additional features like the analytics. For example, if I click up here, you can see that with a business account, things look a little bit differently. You can manage your business, you can analyze your performance, you can actually take a look and see what trending topics are popping up so that you can take advantage of what's going on right now. So usually what happens is you create a Pinterest account and it starts off as a personal account. Then in the top right hand corner, it'll say switch to business. You just need to click on that button and switch. It takes like 10 seconds. Okay. And so once you have that done, you can move on to step number 2. Now, step number 2 is simply picking a niche. Now, in a video that I uploaded last week, I showed you how to find your niche based on an overall category or topic. And for this video, we're going to talk more in depth about the pet niche. If you don't have a niche, do not spend more than 10 minutes trying to figure it out. Every niche will work. Every niche is competitive and saturated, but don't spend a bunch of time trying to find the perfect niche. There's no such thing. If you want, you can follow along and choose the pet niche as I'm going to do and show you, but it's most important that you keep moving forward and don't get hung up on trying to find the perfect niche because there isn't one out there. Once you have your niche, the next step is to ask chat for 50 keywords related to your niche. And to do that, I'm just going to go right over to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, act as an expert in content marketing. I want you to find 50 keywords related to whatever your niche is. And I'm going to put in quotes, can dogs eat? And so basically, just to give you a little insight about this niche, is we're going to create content helping people decide on what their pets can and cannot eat. And so as you can see there, act as an expert in content marketing. I want you to find 50 keywords related to can dogs eat, and we're just going to hit enter. It's going to give us 50 keywords. Now we're going to use these keywords a bunch of times throughout this video, so you probably want to save these to a spreadsheet, a Google worksheet or something along those lines, but have them stored somewhere. If we wanted to, we could actually revise this search a little bit and say, find keywords that are high traffic but low competition. So if I copy this and I just type in, I want these keywords to be high search traffic but low competition. Hit enter, and it's going to give us hopefully a list of 50 different keywords. Okay, really important. Again, we want to save these, so store them somewhere that we can reference every single day or we can reference frequently. Once we have our niche, we are going to go over to Pinterest and do a little bit of research. This research isn't going to take too long because we're just going to grab one of these keywords, can dogs eat bread, for example. I'm going to copy this, go right over into Pinterest, and I'm going to paste it in. Can dogs eat bread? Hit enter. And then make sure to select all pins so that we can get a look at the pins that are working for other people. Now, what we want to do here is we want to look at pins that are standing out, pins that really pop out and force us to click and want to learn more, because we are going to model success. We are going to model what is already working so that we don't have to recreate or reinvent the wheel. What's really interesting is that this one you can tell was created with Canva, but we're not even going to use Canva with this. What we could do is find one or two that we like. Let's say, for example, is bread safe for your furry friend? We're going to click on this. And then we also want to click on the actual Pinterest account. And the reason is we want to take a look at the monthly views and also look at the other pins that are popping up. You can see they're getting about 18,000 monthly views, which is really good. What's really important with Pinterest is follower size doesn't matter. And in social media in general, size doesn't matter, so you don't have to worry about it. Account size, following size is a vanity metric. So 18,000 views, that's a pretty good start. If we click back one more time, and see if there's another one that pops out to us that we could potentially model. Let's look at this one. And we're going to look at this one right here. They're getting 32,000 monthly views. Okay, that's interesting. So what we can do, and what I would encourage you to do, is take a screenshot of the ones that are actually working. This is actually a video. What's really interesting is that they made this video over on Canva. They took a static image and they just turned it into a video. That's not something we're going to worry about just yet, but it's something that we could essentially do. But let's take a screenshot of this one, and we're going to come back to this in a little bit. All right. So we've got that, or we could even just right click and save image as. Right click, download image. We're going to click allow, and this already saved it to my computer, so we can actually reference this a little bit later. So now that we found ideas or inspiration, the next step is to upload this pin, our inspirational pin, right into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to create a prompt based on this pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this right into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, act as an expert in Pinterest pin creation. I want you to create a prompt that will give me a pin similar to this. I want to include a space for the keyword noted as keyword because I will be using this for most of my pins. Please include colors in the form of hex codes. All right, so if we hit enter, oops, I actually grabbed the wrong one there. So grab the wrong one. Let's go ahead and paste that in, and we're going to hit enter. And now that we've hit enter, hopefully we have the right one, and it's actually going to give us a prompt. We can ask ChatGPT to give us an example and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to just take this, copy this, and we're going to create a brand new chat where I paste in this prompt that ChatGPT gave us, and here's where we can actually change our keyword. My main headline reads, is blank safe for your furry best friend? So we could say, is apples, or are apples. Hit enter, and then it's actually going to create the pen for us, and we can actually take a look and see if it's similar to the one that we're modeling, if it's different, or what have you. Then if we wanted to, the next step after this, if we like it, we can maybe change the colors if we wanted to, or we can just download this right to our computer. All right, so if we look at this, this is a good start, okay? One of the issues that we ran into with the prompt that we asked ChatGPT is that it's going to include a cute golden retriever looking up a sliced loaf of bread on a rustic blue wood table. So we're going to have to ask ChatGPT to make sure that the variables, so things like the bread, are going to be the variables that we put in. So what we need to do is we need to go back over to ChatGPT, and we might want to say something like, we'll prefer this response. We're going to say, this is a good start, but the images on the pin need to reflect the keyword we are entering in. For example, if the keyword is, are apples safe for my pet, there needs to be apples in the image. Please update the pin to reflect this change. Hit enter, and we're going to see what we get. And then we can go back over to ChatGPT once again and see if we can get a better prompt. So if we look at this, this one already looks to be a little bit better. Create a vertical Pinterest pin in a fun, pet-friendly illustrated style. The headline should read, is blank safe for your furry best friend? Using bold, playful, hand-drawn lettering, include a realistic or stylized illustration of a happy golden retriever. We might want to change that, or similar friendly dog looking curious. Surround the dog with food items relevant to keyword, e.g. if keyword equals apples, okay. And so what we're going to do is we are going to copy this and we are going to put it in our prompt here. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to say our apples, say for your best friend, and we are going to hit enter. And I'm just going to put this in brackets to let ChatGPT know that's the variable. Okay. And so now it's going to create another one. And let's assume we eventually get what we're looking for. What I would encourage you to do is to change these colors a little bit and maybe even change the pet so that it stands out. Find a color scheme, and there's actually a website that I use. It's called colorpalettes.net, that it gives us a bunch of different color schemes. So if we wanted to, we could actually substitute the colors that are over here with these colors to make it more unique, right? To make it stand out a little bit more. So let's go here. Let's see if we can find some bright colors that we can replace this with. Let's try this one. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to replace these colors with the colors that you see there and see if we can get something a little bit more vibrant, something that stands out just a little bit more. Now, let's take a look. Okay, so first we see an error here. Our apples, there's no E. Apples say for your furry best friend. But what's most important is, do we get an apple? Do we see an apple? Okay, this is actually pretty good and something that I probably would have never been able to make myself. Now, what's really cool about this is we could actually go back and make more tweaks, right? But what I want to do is I want to change these colors to see if we can get something even more vibrant. So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it over, and then I'm just going to grab these different colors. So color palette, come on. So we're going to use this color for this. Now I don't know how this is going to turn out. This might not work well at all. So I'm going to paste that, and then I'm going to get rid of that one. All right, let's see. Let's try it one more time. Hit enter. While this is working, let's go ahead and find some affiliate offers. We can go to a website like Offer Vault, and we can just type in pet, dog, or we can even ask Chat. Let's go over to ChatGPT and say, act as an expert in affiliate marketing. You are a super affiliate. Our niche is helping pet owners decide what types of food their dogs can and cannot eat. Please give me 10 affiliate programs. Now, last week, we actually created an AI agent that could do this for us. And if you want to watch that video, I'll link it in the description so that you can take a look at that. But let's see. It's going to give us that. But while that's working, let's take a look and see what Pinterest did. Are apples safe for your furry best friend? This looks really good, right? Is this something that you could potentially click on? I think I would. So what we're going to do is we're just going to download this. And what I would do here is I would ask it to create the same prompt again. In fact, I would have it do it 10 times. So we want 10 variations of this because we're going to make 10 Pinterest pins for every piece of content that we create. So if we go back over here, Chewy affiliate program, Amazon Associates, Petco, The Farmer's Dog, Ali Dog Food, Pet Plate, Only Natural Pet, Nom Nom, Pet Lab. So these are different affiliate programs that we could find. We could also find affiliate programs, and I learned this from Marcus Campbell. We could look for like veterinarians. And veterinarians have pay per call. So let's say someone calls, ask a veterinarian, this one right here, $22.50 per call, or per lead, excuse me, not even a call, per lead. If you can get someone to fill out this form, you get paid $22.50. There's also insurance affiliate programs. I found one over on, I forgot the affiliate network, but I found one over there. So you could actually make money through Max Bounty and not even have to sell anything. Therapy consultation appointments. So you essentially could make money this way. How cool is that? So you could do Ask a Veterinarian. We could also find all sorts of, I'm just going to type in pet insurance because there are a bunch of them out there as well. If we look at this one, CPA, no preview available, AI next generation performance-based global. So it doesn't give us a lot of information, which isn't great, but you can see there are insurance affiliate programs as well. Let's go back over here, see what our thing has done. Is this different than this one? Yes, it's a little bit different. So the dog is looking off to the left a little bit. Our apple's safe for your furry best friend. We could also, if we wanted to, we could have different color variations. So we could go back over here to color palettes and find maybe 2 or 3 different variations or color sets that we like. And, we could plug those in to really stand out. Anyway, let's assume that we've got the 10 that we want. The next step, what I'm going to encourage you to do is go over to Canva. Canva is 100% free, and you're going to type in Pinterest pins, just like that, and then you're going to create blank. From here, you're going to simply take the pins that you just created, and you're going to drag them, drop them, and we're just going to adjust the size. And if we wanted to, we could animate these and make these videos, but we don't even have to do that, okay? What we can do is once we've got the correct size, we can click on share, and then click on download, and then we're going to click on PNG. If you don't have PNG available, click JPEG, that will work as well, or you could just click on MP4, click download, and this is going to download right to your computer. What I would encourage you to do is make sure that you have all 10 of them on one page so that it downloads 10 of them, okay? And so, you're not having to manually go back and forth across all of them and spending even more time. So now that we have that, the next thing that we want to do, we've got the pens, is we want to come back over to ChatGPT and we want to ask ChatGPT to act as a Pinterest search engine master, because at its heart, Pinterest is a search engine. People go to Pinterest because they have a problem, they have an idea of what the solution is, or they know what the problem is at the very least, and they're searching for a solution. So we're going to come back over here and we're going to say, now act as an expert in Pinterest search engine optimization, or SEO for short. Please give me 10 Pinterest board ideas based on our niche. And what we're going to do is, once we get these ideas, is we're going to go over to Pinterest and we're going to create these different boards. Now, it can be kind of confusing when you're thinking about Pinterest, so let me just draw this out for you. Okay, so let's say you have a Pinterest account. I'm just going to say pin account, right? This is your Pinterest account. Inside of your Pinterest account, you can have a bunch of different boards, right? And the boards are going to be titled different things. One could be, can dogs eat fruits? Can dogs eat vegetables? And so on. Inside each one of these boards, you can have a bunch of different pins. So you could have, can dogs eat apples? So if this one was like fruit, apples, bananas, pears, all of the different fruits that are out there, strawberries, I don't know if that's still considered a fruit or not. But then you could have a different one for veggies. It helps, and the reason why you want to do this is, again, Pinterest is a search engine. And people are going to Pinterest and they're typing in things like, can my dog eat fruit? And you want to give yourself the best chance of showing up by optimizing your boards and your Pinterest pins for search. Okay, so if we go back over here, we can see 10 Pinterest board ideas for your niche. Can my dog eat this? Healthy dog treats and recipes, dog nutrition tips for beginners, foods to avoid, golden retriever life tips, and so on. So what we'd want to do now that we have these is we can go back over to Pinterest. We're going to click here to get out. We can create a pin if we want to. And as you can see here, this is how you create pins. But let's back all the way out here. Let's go to the Pinterest homepage. All right, so after a little back and forth here, we're finally on the homepage. But what we can do is, as you can see here on the right-hand side, we've got all of these different settings that don't really matter for us just yet. We can click up here and we can click create a pin, or we can click on create pin here, like that, right? And as you can see, this is how you would create a pin if you're going to do the manual long way. Ultimately, I'd recommend, if you're going to be serious about Pinterest, use a scheduler called Tailwind. I'll put a link in the description if you want to get started with Tailwind. You can start for free, but to get the most out of it, I think it's like $10 or $15 per month to set that up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to find our pin that we created. This is the video pin. We can drag it in, right? And so we're going to add a title. We're going to come back over here and we're going to say, Uh, please create a SEO title for Can Dogs Eat Apples? Hit enter, and it's going to give us a title. Then it's going to give us a description when we ask for the description, right? So we can just copy this over, paste it in just like that. And we're going to go back here and say, please create a SEO description. Hit enter. So it's going to give us a very good description. We can copy this just like that, place it right in here. Now, this is where it gets really important. For link, most affiliate marketers make the mistake of linking directly to an affiliate product. That's a no-no. Pinterest does not like affiliate marketers. They don't like affiliate marketers because affiliate marketers are bad people. They don't like affiliate marketers because so many people have just sprayed and prayed their affiliate links in the Pinterest pins. And so if you do that, you run the risk of getting your account shut down. You don't want to do that. What you should be doing is you should be linking to a blog post that you've created related to the topic, or a YouTube video, or even a free medium. So if you can't afford to create a blog, you can create a medium blog post, and then you can link there. So the link that you'd want to add is to one of those three things. So what you can do is come over to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to create a 1,500 word blog post based on the keyword "Can dogs eat apples?" Inside of that blog post, that's where you're going to place your affiliate links. So you found your affiliate link to, let's say, the pet insurance or the veterinarian. You obviously would apply and get accepted. You get your affiliate link. You put it strategically inside of your blog post, maybe every 2 to 3 paragraphs, and a couple things will happen. You'll get traffic to your blog from Pinterest, and then Google will actually see that your blog or YouTube video or Medium post is getting traffic. It's getting view watch time. People are reading the blog, and it'll actually get pushed up the search results. So it's very possible that you'll be able to double dip just because you've gone this extra step. Most affiliate marketers, a lot of affiliate marketers, I haven't met them all, a lot of affiliate marketers will not do this additional step. They'll be lazy, and then they'll wonder why it's not working. You have to do all of the steps, and you have to do all the steps in the right way. So once we have that, we'll go back over to Pinterest, and then you'd put your link here. Now you're going to come down here and click on Create Board, and then you're going to grab one of those boards. Can my dog eat this? Copy that and paste it in just like this, and then click Create, right? And then you can add tags if you want, and you can publish at a later date. But what I would recommend that you do is do all of your pins, do the 10 pins, and then click Publish. Really, it's as simple as that. Now, what's really important is that you are uploading at least 10 pins per day. And you want to make sure that you are being consistent and persistent, because you're not going to get a lot of traffic on day one. However, if you upload 10 pins per day at least for 30 days, how many pins is that? That's 300 pins. And the more pins you upload, the better chances that you are going to have with 1 or 2 of those pins getting traffic. And if 1 or 2 of those pins start getting traffic, you can start making money. But if you do that over the span of 2 months, that goes from 300 pins to 600 pins, right? And Pinterest pins have a long shelf life. In addition, Pinterest pins can rank on Google. So if you just do this every single day, you show up for yourself and you start uploading these pins based on the blogs that you're creating, you can use this to start making money. People only fail with this because they give up and they quit. They say it's not working. They say it's too hard. They say they don't have time. But if you don't have time, I'd recommend that you batch these out. So spend one day coming up with 50 ideas. Come up with another day creating all of your pins. Spend another day creating the blog post. Make sure that you are batching all of this so that you can get it done. Right? If you want to be successful online, you know what it takes to be successful. You just have to go out and do it. You have to do it longer than what other people are willing to do it. And most people are going to give up after 60 or 90 days. So if you can last longer than those people, you can be successful on the internet. And it really is as simple as that. Be consistent, be persistent, show up for yourself every single day. Like you show up to that job that you hate and you work for the boss that you hate. Just keep showing up and you can be successful online. Am I telling you that you're going to make $5,000? No. In fact, this is all for informational purposes. The chances are that this is usually what happens. If 1,000 people see this video, 900 of them are going to say, this will never work. It's too competitive, because 1,000 people have watched this video. 1,000 people are going to do this exact step by step, and it's not going to work. There are going to be 5 people who try this for 2 weeks. There are going to be 5 people that half-ass it. And they're going to say, this doesn't work. Alston's a scammer because it didn't work instantly. There are going to be 4 people that do this and it works. They're not going to come back to this video and say that it works, but it's going to work for them because they were consistent and persistent, and they saw traffic, and then they said, hey, this is working. Let me keep going. Then there's that last person. That last person is you. You've got to decide, are you going to think that this is too competitive and it'll never work and everybody else is already doing it? Or are you going to think to yourself, I'm going to be the person that makes this work? If you think something is too competitive, chances are 90% of the people that are watching that exact same video are thinking the exact same thing as you, that it's too competitive, that it'll never work. It's the 4% that are, it's the 9% that are going to give it a chance. And then it's you. What are you going to do? So if you want to know how to be successful online, that's it. You just give it a shot, give it a real shot, show up for yourself every single day, and let's see where it works. If it doesn't work, come back and say, this didn't work. And we can take a look, we can analyze, and we can try and figure out why it didn't work. But you've got to give it a real shot. Do this for 90 days and start looking at the views. Start looking at the traffic. And now that we've covered all of that and I got on my soapbox, check out the video where I help you find a niche. Check out a video where I talk about how we can use AI agents to start an online business.